Hey, real quick, eventful night. Sometimes I go driving late at night to clear my mind and everything. And I told my mom I'd go earlier today because she wants me home. She's a little bit worried about me doing that, just around town or whatever. I find that Las Vegas traffic is actually better at night than during the day. And here it is. I was out about 5, and it's 6:23 now, and Pacific time. But so that's like still in the day, and so I was out, and I almost got in an accident, like on the 95, this highway. Like, this guy came to a complete dead stop in front of me, this line of cars, and I got distracted a little bit and then slammed on my brakes. And so, I no contact or anything, but so I when something happens like that, I just feel like there's forces kind of against me, that are trying to it's like earth and serpent symbolism. So kind of some stuff like that going on today. Um just feeling like the flood, like in Lost World Jurassic Park, Malcolm gets the flood. And in the first one, he's got the 6-1 symbolism of, uh, broke his leg and whatnot. So they show that enmity there of the it and the serpent, like Genesis 3:15. But now I'm seeing that my arm, or really, I shouldn't even call him my arm anymore, but like the Gatalis and like the serpent are teaming up to try to get to try to get Dan Barrett's stuff going. That would be a big deception in his name symbolism. Nothing against him personally. I've had visions about Dan Barrett, and that he was in that land between France and Spain in the mountains there, and that he came over to America and went to Lake Cumberland and stuff with the candles and all that, and brought them back to the natives there, and that the Native Americans were traveling back and forth to those lands. And it's a very sacred area there, and those are the true Muslim teachings. And even some of that goes back to Dua Lipa. Her symbolism showed up last night, and she kind of helped me through some things just with her name symbolism being there, and like, brought to my attention. And that the Paul Walker name was kind of like a trick, because some of them, they get past their name symbolism, then they change their name to help even past that, or to deceive. So Viggo Mortensen was a big deception tonight, and his name, I guess he knelt or was a Knights of Knee or something, so he can show the opposite symbolism to deceive. I know all this sounds complicated. Don't worry about it. It's all okay. I'm just going into it in depth for people that want to study this stuff or whatever, or just find it interesting. But so the Viggo Mortensen was tonight, and I thought I was going to make a video, and then I didn't. I felt the flood and everything. So then, but Dan Barrett, his symbolism would be for like to cause a civil war almost. So because he always shows that the Comcast Center in Philadelphia will be hit with planes or a bomb or something, and that it's shown in Happy Gilmore, and it's all the symbolism is there for that, and that's what they're going for. They're going for to get that going with possibly like my channel. I say, but no one watches my channel anyway, but I say that the Fifth Third Bank building in Lexington is the center of all the English and French activity, with the English in control, Ram versus Ford, all that. And that Indianapolis, the Fletcher building, Salesforce, is also a big center of it all. and that represents the Italian side of it, and the Italian versus like the Native Americans and like the all the idol guys, like the black and the Hispanic, like all of them teaming up for the Dan worship, you know, Dan in the sense of the idol in strength, like Samson stuff, you know. So that's why I kind of say, even though they pollute them and conflict them and make them have battles within themselves and gangs and everything because they're such a spiritual people, and that they bring them down with the idol worship of Mary, Jezebel, all that, keep them in Revelation 17 and 18 mindset, which is all crossing the boundaries of spiritual dimensions, and it causes brain disorders and everything. Like it causes mental illness, and that's why the Germans are big on mental illness, like the pharmaceuticals and everything, because they believe in that the pure race of you know um, whatever. So, or they used to. I'm saying broad terms, but that's how it is. So, but that but it's like they're that's the center of that, in that. So you have three different buildings. The Comcast is kind of like Ben V's symbolism of how he's like the false death horseman, in that he's been getting my M to Shadow of Egypt, like through the food and stuff, and it never amounts to anything, because it's always some bullshit. And she's beautiful and everything, and like I'm talking about Alicia Vikander, but like um you know they use, like, they've brought her down to the Shadow of Egypt to like um be like to be like Jesus, in the sense of that Jesus overcomes the 10 kings. But that's not how it's operating. Like, Ben V has torn it all up with Zephaniah stuff, with the singing of Jerusalem and Zion and all that, which is meant for the wedding feast. He's brought it down to the local level and made it mixed in with Shadow of Egypt. He's mixing the good with the bad. And then you bring in the serpent and all that. It's basically the ghost film going on. You know, and I feel it spiritually, and it's little things that add up, and then they want you to lash out and stuff. But I stay calm. So if you feel the flood, don't worry, it's all okay. Um, if there is a big event or something, don't worry, I'll be okay. Even if they take me away in chains, I'll make it. I'll be okay. Like, I know that I'm secure with these seals that I've gone over, talking about the 144,000 and all that. Like they won 44,000. Like, they won the betrayer. Like, since December, I have felt like I've got multitudes against me that think I'm the betrayer, that want me to like take off the mask and be like, hey, I'm Judas. But like, it doesn't make sense. It's the feel of it. Kendrick Lamar talks about that. So everyone stay calm. It's all okay. Don't worry. Try not to be bitter. I'm not saying anything against anyone. You know, I come at these guys with love, and it's just been, they, uh, well, there's just forces working in the darkness. That's all there is to it. So, don't worry if you're new to my channel. Don't worry about it. Like, you can get caught up. Like, it's not impossible to read. Like, it's all symbolism and coding based, and sometimes it'll read like it's something weird, but it's not. It's just the coding of the word. That's all it is. It's breaking down words, and like, I'm not even that smart in the sense of like speaking like a wise man, like like 5 Canaan speaking cities, Isaiah 19. I'm not like that, you know. I don't speak the Legion language. I speak what I actually mean, like to say. And a lot of people speaking code and everything, and I break down the code. That's all I do. In the basic sense of like taking actors' names and taking stuff from the Bible and taking stuff I've just learned over the years. So don't worry. And thank you. Have a good night.